AT&T is pointing the finger at the FAA for this delay.
But it's not coming without a harsh message from the telecom industry, which says that the FAA simply had a lot of time to deal with this, essentially a 2-year runway. Just look at the statement from AT&T. It says, "We are frustrated by the FAA's inability to do what nearly 40 countries have done, which is to safely deploy 5G technology without disrupting aviation services, and we urge it to do so in a timely manner."
A precise hit will start a chain reaction.
But even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's death did. Come on, man.
He didn't really just say what I think he said.
Yet despite all of this, Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, the whole group, and the radical left are still hell-bent on passing mass amnesty for illegal aliens.
AT&T and Verizon are now delaying the activation of 5G towers near some airport runways, the activation that was set for tomorrow. Major airlines in the U.S. claim thousands of flights could be grounded because when the 5G towers are placed near runways, they say, the 5G signals could potentially interfere with key safety equipment that pilots rely on when they take off and land in inclement weather.
Boss, head man, top dog, big cheese, a head honcho.
Captain, look at this.
Passengers certain to die. Airline negligent.
There's a sale at Penny's.
And again, you don't talk about what you didn't get. That's what these Democrats whine too much.
Do I need to call you a whambulance?
Wah, 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 wah.
Dr. King wasn't just a dreamer of that promise, he was a doer. And on this federal holiday that honors him, it's not just enough to praise him. We must commit to his unfinished work. The attack on our democracy is real.
Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all of them with tears in their eyes for the departure from our democracy.
Come on, man.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
I hope we can get this done. The honest to God answer is, I don't know whether we can get this done. But I know one thing, as long as I have a breath in me, as long as I'm in the White House, as long as I'm engaged at all, I'm going to be fighting to change the way these legislatures have moving.
3 hours later.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, guys. True international effort to pressure. Come on, man. Come on, man. President. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on, guys.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
Look, as if we didn't have enough energy issues pushing these oil prices up, President Biden's press conference yesterday added another reason that the market is worried. He also downplayed the hold that Russia has on European oil. But remember that they supply about 35% of Europe's energy. If Russia invades Ukraine and a conflict ensues, there will be no doubt that there will be disruptions in the energy market, and that could spill over here to the United States. It's all connected. Well, of course, you know, we are seeing that gas prices are up once again, and that's something that people have to think about. The bottom line here, of course, is that analysts have been calling for over $100 a barrel oil this year. We are not far off that mark now. Geopolitical instability and also tensions with Russia not going to help this situation, not in any way.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, guys.
It ain't got no gas in it.
New York's homeless population is now at its highest level since the Great Depression. So where's all this money going specifically? That money is going to an overdose prevention center, preventing overdoses, which in fact means helping the homeless get high.
Officially called an overdose prevention center, it's a place where users can snort, smoke, swallow, or inject illegal drugs in a controlled environment. 2 centers in East Harlem and Washington Heights are the first in the nation to allow supervised drug use. The head of an East Harlem community organization says the facility and a nearby methadone clinic have led to an unwanted influx of addicts.
They all come here from different areas of the city. We never had this around here. No matter how bad it was through the 60s, all of that, we never had this around here.
Come on, man.
I remember when Chef was just a 3-year-old little man. He came running up to me with a big smile and his little chef's hat on, and he said, Papa, Papa. I said, what do you need, Chef, my boy? And he said, I need about $3.50. $3.50? And it was about that time I got suspicious. I said, Chef, why do you need $3.50? He said, my imaginary friend Google the dinosaur wants it. I went to my son's room, and sure enough, there was the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, it was scary.
I said, damn it, Monster, you stop bugging my children now. We work for our money in this house, and we don't give money away.
The Trump Organization today taking aim yet again at New York's Attorney General after she revealed something you've probably heard about, this court filing overnight that points to financial wrongdoing by members of the Trump family, including the former president himself. Letitia James, the New York AG, is considering charges based on a civil investigation into the Trump Organization's financial reporting. In this statement now, the Trump org basically says the investigation is politically motivated. They've been saying that all along, that the allegations are, quote, baseless and will be vigorously defended. That is also something we've heard from them before.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, guys.
All the media seems to focus on is Orange Man bad, but they don't ask really hard-hitting questions when it comes to things like Ghislaine Maxwell. They'll focus on Orange Man bad.
Russia will be held accountable if it invades, and it depends on what it does. It's one thing if it's a minor incursion and then we end up having a fight about what to do and not do, etc. But if minor incursion.
Many hours later.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, guys.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
That is not the only example, though, of lawlessness. The wild, wild west has returned to California. Train robberies are up 160% in L.A. Tracks are just littered with filth and discarded packages. The railroad companies blaming no-bail policies that allow thieves to keep coming back.
I am going to stop pollution with my new lovable character, Gary the No-Trash Cougar. Pick up your trash! I want to know whose cup this is! I said I want to know whose cup this is!
But think about, did you ever think that one man out of office could intimidate an entire party? I've had 5 Republican senators talk to me, bump into me, quote unquote, or sit with me, who've told me that they agree with whatever I'm talking about for them to do. But did any of you think that you get to a point where not a single Republican would diverge on a major issue? Not one? Anyway.
Can you tell us who those 5 Republican senators are?
Sure. No, are you kidding me? I maintain confidentiality.
Mr. President.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on, guys.
He made those 5 people up. He's a liar and a dumbass. Probably should fire the dumbass, right? Remember this, come 2024, we gotta fire the dumbass.
New York 2021. I mean 2020.
This is what we're doing today.
This is what we're doing, you guys. This is what we're doing.
Yep.
God will judge you.
This is what we're doing.
God will judge you.
Walk of shame, man. Walk of shame, man. Walk of shame. These ain't men, these are fucking cowards. I know what a coward looks like.
We support you guys.
You fight for your own freedom. This is your fight, NYPD. This is your fight, NYPD. This is your fight, NYPD. Your fight as well.
From where we stand, you look like a bunch of jackboot thugs, NYPD. Why don't we rewatch that?
This is your fight, NYPD. This is your fight, NYPD. Your fight as well. This is your fight, NYPD. This is your fight, NYPD. Your fight as well.
That's right. Your eyes don't deceive you. They arrested a child for going to a museum. 1935 Germany called. They want their trope back. Let's take back America, please. This is not how we do it here. Fuck Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Amicus out.
There's a few other people I'd like to send right down to the prison down here in Florence. Anybody who was involved in that corrupt, shady, shoddy election of 2020, lock them up.
And Mark Fincham, who previously said he was an oath keeper and is now running for Secretary of State. Fincham has echoed QAnon-type conspiracy theories about elected officials.
There's a lot of people involved in a pedophile network and the distribution of children. And unfortunately, there's a whole lot of elected officials that are involved in that.
What do you say when the whole class figures out it's your feet that smell like cheese?
Why are you trying so hard in your first year to pull the country so far to the left?
Well, I'm not. I don't know what you consider to be too far to the left. You guys have been trying to convince me that I am Bernie Sanders.
Well, I think he proved that he could stand there for a long period of time and be relatively coherent. Does he really believe that his speech in Atlanta was not a vicious, all-out assault smearing Republicans? Does he really believe that his speech in the U.S. Capitol wasn't the most personally nasty, directed attack by a sitting president on a former president in American history? Does he really believe that his big government socialist policies aren't big government socialism? You can't tell. I mean, you don't know whether Biden's just unbelievably shallow or just has no moral sense, which requires him to think about the truth.
Mr. President, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
All right, cool. Oh, wait, hold on. This is bullshit. The fix is in. If I find out that you are lying, and I will, so pile into your clown car of lies, because you're all going down. Lies, lies.
One more, sir. You know, you campaigned and you ran on a return to civility, and I know that you dispute the characterization that you called folks who would oppose those voting bills as being Bull Connor or George Wallace, but you said that they would be sort of in the same camp.
No, I didn't say that. Look what I said. Go back and read what I said and tell me if you think I called anyone who voted on the side of the position taken by Bull Connor that they were Bull Connor. And that is an interesting reading of English. I assume you got into journalism because you like to write.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
So did you expect that would work with Senators Manchin or Sinema?
No, here's the thing. There's certain things that are so consequential. You have to speak from your heart as well as your head. I was speaking out forcefully on what I think to be at stake. That's what it is. And by the way, no one